What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Alice's character teaser, A Lady's Tenant. I'm excited to get into this. Alice has been an enjoyable character so far. I enjoyed her demo, and I'm excited to see what her teaser has in store. So feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, consider becoming a channel member if you want to support me just that little bit extra, and let's get into this.
A true lady of the Timefield family must live out her aesthetic ideals.
Oh god.
Action.
Why are these people so afraid?
Did you really? You changed it?
Changed what?
Jacqueline from Class A asked me to help. After I reworked it, that stiff, outdated design finally came to life.
Oh no.
I must say, perfect symmetry is the pinnacle of elegance. Professor Benini's pride and joy.
Professor Benini?
And there was a private commission from the school board.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you're in trouble, Alice.
Alice Tenet.
Why was it the Moe head?
Sorry to interrupt your afternoon tea, everyone.
God, high society school.
Was deliberately vandalized.
Deliberately vandalized?
Please report. Did this?
Oh no. The defense force? Oh my god.
Obviously not good. Only Alice would be playing dress up in a situation like this. A proper heiress of the Timefield family must remain poised and composed, no matter the circumstance. Yes, way more suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to damage the sculpture. Please tell the professor Alice will pay for it in full.
Oh, who would have thought the oh-so-noble lady of the Timefields could lose her composure like that? So adorable.
Hang on a sec.
Bit of an antagonist figure at the
Can I help you
school?
with something? Miss Jacqueline from Class A.
Jacqueline.
Pleasant day. I'm assisting Professor Benini with the investigation.
What is that hair?
He swore to expose the culprit and have them expelled.
Uh-oh.
Quite the disgrace, don't you think?
How are you gonna get out of this, Alice?
You're the one who asked Alice for help in the first place. Are you trying
Making accusations without evidence.
Yeah, okay, she was trying. What did she expect to
However,
get this?
I'm open to
But
making
she-
a little deal
okay.
with Miss Alice. There's an ether dynamics exam next Monday. If Alice could say
Manipulative.
to Class A,
She set all this up to get her to.
maybe I
Oh
could
my
help with the
god.
statue issue.
Most your school for girls has a strict no cheating policy.
Yeah,
If anyone
okay.
finds out,
Please, like a tiny little thing like this would ever stick to the pristine name of the Timefield family. Must be nice being born noble, huh?
Oh.
Where do you think you're going?
as the future head
Okay.
of the Timefield family, I cannot allow anything to tarnish our name. I broke the statue. I'll take full responsibility.
Alright,
Didn't
okay.
expect you to be just like that statue stuck in the past.
Huh.
Well, maybe it's just a flaw in the Timefield family bloodline.
Keep insulting her family and you're gonna... Did she draw her blade? Did she cut the stupid curl off?
If anything's outdated, it's not the sculpture. It's that ridiculous hairstyle of yours.
It is very silly. Yeah, she drew her
My
sword.
apologies.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, fun. This is practically like a scene out of a slice of life anime in like a high society school. It's real fun, I like it a lot. It's very classic, pretty by the numbers for the other characters other than Alice, but it works quite well and it's pretty humorous. It shows off Alice's personality quite well. So evidently we got these two girls who seem to sort of be Alice's friends at school, it would seem. We knew that her and Lucy had gotten along to some degree, or at least knew of each other, but obviously Lucy isn't here anymore, so presumably these are the main friends Alice has at school. But we have the setup for this entire scenario being that Jacqueline asked Alice to help redo the statue or whatever, and given how Jacqueline acts later in the teaser, it makes it fairly obvious to me that she was scheming and conniving this entire time. She knew Alice well enough to know that Alice would do this. She would ruin the statue in the eyes of the professor, and thus she would get punished if she didn't do what Jacqueline wanted to keep it under wraps. Very much just setting up a scenario so she can blackmail her. But it's here that we get our sort of main taste of her love of symmetry. It's sort of the impetus to all of this, even if Jacqueline is the one who instigated this issue by tricking Alice into this. It is Alice's love of symmetry that led her to altering this statue so much. And what I love about this is they specifically made sure that the statue had an entirely asymmetrical element in the monocle, because otherwise it's a fairly symmetrical design. It's just the monocle makes it entirely not in the one way. But somehow, nonetheless, Alice just completely altered its design to, rather than being a somewhat stylistic large bust, it is now just a fucking moe head. At which point, though, we jump ahead a little bit to after the faculty has discovered what happened but don't know who's responsible, and we have someone on the faculty trying to announce this calmly and politely, but Professor Benini is having none of it. He is in a rage. He wants PubSec involved. He wants the Defense Force involved. If he could, he'd probably call Hand in. And as this is all happening, Alice is just trying her best to blend in, doing an incredibly bad job because she's becoming really conspicuous by disguising herself, as she talks about how she must remain poised and composed, which immediately becomes completely contradicted by her reaction to just a random person approaching, pretty much. She doesn't know it's Jacqueline necessarily until a moment later, but her first instinct is not to be composed, not to try to hide what she's done, but to dive under the table and quickly and emphatically apologize and promise to take responsibility in a panic. And then it's here, though, where we meet Jacqueline properly, get the full vision of what her scheme was. It very much seems like she is someone who isn't from high society, isn't from a rich family or anything like that, but has somehow managed to get into this high society school, and somewhat due to that has a anger and distaste for the true high society rich folk like Alice who come from these big name families, and thus seemingly is motivated purely out of this pettiness and anger towards these families better off than her. It paints her as very much just explicitly a villain. They give her a goofy haircut to make her not as likable, but they do sort of give at least some amount of a motivation nonetheless. And yet with this, we get a very strong characterization of Alice in general. Something that realistically we see in the story, but it's good to have here as well, being that she sort of overreacts to what could happen to her or what it will mean if she gets expelled. But despite this, she refuses to tarnish her family's name. She refuses to give in to blackmail. She stands true to her beliefs, her honor, her reputation, and would rather face the risk of expulsion by owning up to her mistakes than be under the thumb of someone else and be forced to tarnish her family's name. So she has a degree of honor, of class, of respect for the reputation of her family and her role within it. But we also then get another piece of character, which is when pushed enough, when her family is insulted enough, she gets aggressive. She snaps a little. She draws her blade, not in an intent to harm Jacqueline, but with the intent to scare her a little. She cuts off the stupid little curl bang thing and just fires back with an insult of her own before leaving. It shows that she can be a little aggressive. She can get angry. She may attempt to have this composure and dignity about her, but she is a deeply emotional person, deeply affected by things that happen around her. But that is pretty much the teaser. It's very simple and straightforward, but it also is sort of unique in the sense that we don't always get this kind of true, just actual narrative scene a lot of the time, I feel like, even from the teasers. But with that, I don't really have too much more to say about it, so feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and very special thanks to all of my channel members, being Desaize and Pokelove101 at the normal tier, and Kondo Nano at the cool person tier. Really appreciate your support, as always, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye!